I don't have children. That's what makes this story impossible. Because at 2:43 in the morning, a baby monitor in my apartment started talking, and it knew my name. 2 years ago, I lived alone in a small apartment. No roommates, no pets. Nobody else had a key. One night I woke up to a strange sound, static, soft crackling coming from somewhere in my bedroom. I sat up and listened. Then I heard a voice, a child's voice. Hello? I froze. The sound was coming from my nightstand. Sitting there was an old baby monitor. The thing was impossible to miss. White plastic, small antenna, tiny speaker. The problem, I didn't own a baby monitor. I had never seen it before. For several seconds, I just stared at it. Then the speaker crackled again. Can you hear me? I grabbed the device. There were no batteries inside, no power cord, nothing. Yet the speaker was still active. My hands started shaking. Then the voice whispered my name. Michael. I nearly dropped it. I lived alone. Nobody should have known I was awake. I switched on every light in the apartment. Closets, bathroom, kitchen. Nothing. No signs of anyone. Eventually the monitor went silent. I convinced myself I'd imagined it. Maybe I was half asleep. Maybe I was dreaming. The next night, it happened again. 2:43 a.m. Static. Then the voice. This time it sounded closer, almost as if the speaker were right beside my ear. He's coming! I jumped out of bed. What? No response. Just static. Then one final sentence. Don't open the door. My heart was racing. That's when I heard it. 3 knocks, coming from my apartment door. Knock, knock, knock. Nobody ever knocked on my door that late. I looked through the peephole. Nothing. The hallway was empty. I waited. 5 minutes. 10 minutes. Nothing. Finally, I opened the door. The hallway was deserted, but there was something sitting on the floor. A photograph. It showed my apartment building. The picture looked old. Very old. On the back, someone had written a date, and underneath it were 3 words. He lives here. The next morning, I went to the leasing office. I showed the manager the photograph. The moment she saw it, her face went pale. She asked where I'd gotten it. I explained everything. The monitor, the voice, the knocking. She didn't say a word for several seconds. Then she told me something I'll never forget. A family had lived in my apartment in 1997. Their young son disappeared. Nobody ever found him. The police searched for months. Nothing. No clues. No suspects. Just gone. That night, I packed a bag and left. I never returned. A week later, I received a package with no return address. Inside was the baby monitor, and taped to it was a note. It simply said, "Thank you for listening. Would you have opened the door? Let me know in the comments. And subscribe for more scary stories. Sleep well."